Hi everyone, it is episode 8. We've just checked. Ben thought it was 9, but it's 8. And I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, I'm happy with the result.
And what did Gus think?
Gus honestly slept through the whole thing. Actually, no, he stared at me meowing for dinner the whole time I was watching it.
So we start off. Yeah, go on.
This was a great. This episode sort of redeemed. I was sort of feeling flat about US Survivor because I didn't really think much was happening, and everybody, like Katie and I were discussing before, that everybody's being too nice to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's no backstabbing really. Yet.
Yeah, but we've had a few moments where people kind of haven't. I mean, kind of Aubrey to Genevieve, and Coach and Aussie kind of had a little. What else?
yeah,
maybe
Rick
not
and,
that much else.
Sorry,
Rick and Joe. Rick and Joe's rift. Yeah, they don't like each other.
Oh yeah.
It's more Joe doesn't like Rick, but yeah.
Yeah.
We started off a bit like we started another recent episode with Tiffany being upset. It didn't go as long this time.
Hold it in, Tiffany. Just hold it in.
I don't want to just, go off my chain because otherwise people will just vote me out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it kind of worked out pretty well for her later on with getting paired up with Joe.
Yeah.
And
That
without
worked out very well.
getting too far ahead, like she found a buddy. That's what happens when you win a reward and have a chance to talk one-on-one.
Yeah, I quite like the challenge today as well. Even though we've seen like large chunks of it before, most of it actually. I think all of it. Yeah.
I've got a secret, Ben. They've shown all of these before, like many times, except the cage. The cage, I think, it was one that was in the 49. I think it was new in 49. But all the rest of it, they're all repeats. US does that a lot more
something
than
that
Australia.
they don't make clear about the cage, and I don't know if you noticed, Katie, is the little paddles that they use aren't flat.
What do you mean?
The
The spoon bit, if you will.
Yeah, it's not a big spoon part, but there is like a curvature to it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of good words for it.
No, not you. I'm just looking at Gus.
Oh yeah, Gus is super interested right now.
Hi, Gus.
Living his best life. Normally I wouldn't sit like this on camera.
I hope you don't get a sore neck.
I've been sitting like it for a while.
Yeah, so because they didn't explain it, and it wasn't. I think there was only like one spot where it was, because I already knew one spot where it was obvious that these aren't actually flat. Anyway,
I didn't understand. Oh, that's why one person couldn't just. I've answered my own question. That's why one person couldn't just get it on the ball and take it all the way up.
Oh no, because they couldn't because they had to put the things through the side of the cage, so they couldn't.
Oh, they had to
possibly.
keep. Yeah.
There were bars sort of in the way.
Yeah. I wondered why it was taking Tiffany and Joe so long.
I could totally have done
Guys,
this
you're
better.
so dumb.
Yeah,
But last time I think
Katie
it was
on.
just one person with two, and
Yeah.
they were trying to do it. It wasn't in a pair.
I actually think it's more interesting with two people trying to do it because having to coordinate two people. Although last season, Michael, if you remember, I can't remember who it was, but they had great difficulty with that
Yeah.
part of the challenge.
Yeah, I wonder if it was otherwise adjusted in any way. Trying to remember the other parts of it. They just had kind of the rungs of a ladder again, and we didn't have. There wasn't any swimming, was there?
No.
It was all
No.
up the
They
front.
had to get the ball and to the.
Oh,
Well, they had to
All-star.
pass the
where
ball,
Coach
so that
bad
was
at,
interesting.
Coach is bad at
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
The
But passing
paddle.
the ball with the paddle to each other, I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
And sort
but
of,
they didn't have to do it very far. I actually was hoping that the course would be a bit more complicated than that. Like maybe that their paths would crisscross each other or something like that. That would have been interesting to me.
They do that more with two teams. I guess it's harder if you have more than two teams. It's how do you make sure that the teams on the outside? I guess it's probably a way to do it.
But still, I like the challenge. But we didn't discuss the whole big twist.
Yeah, there was one person who didn't have to.
Yeah, so
yeah.
lucky Cirie. She was so happy to get a name called out. She was like, "Oh, this is great."
I don't have to do the challenge. I'll just kick back. There were several people who wanted to be the odd one out.
One of them was Chrissy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I think Tiffany put a name in as well, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
but,
yeah, go on.
So, and it was then they had to come. Then they before they even went to any challenge at that point, after they'd chosen Cirie as the person, as the loner, they had to divide themselves into teams of 2. So I can't remember if Cirie was the one that had to decide that.
No,
Was
they
it?
No.
they got to pick who they wanted.
Okay.
They did sort of speed dating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But when they do that, they never know. You know, are we sort of doing it together? Like we're going to be winning challenges together, or is it going to be
against
one
each
of these
other.
things where against each other and then through to the next round? So who do you pick?
Yeah, so it definitely looked like a case of they thought it might be against each other, but it completely was not. And it ended up that so the big twist was that the pairs were going to get voted off. One of the pairs was going to get voted off. The thing I found interesting about how that worked at Tribal Council was if one person could play their immunity idol or one person could play their shot in the dark and it would cover both of them. That was
Yeah.
interesting.
That was quite different.
Yeah.
Found
Trying to
that
think.
a bit more exciting than the normal way.
Yeah.
They've been doing it so far because there's just too many people. They need to have more doubles.
Yeah.
We're running out now.
I think they will. And also, they kind of know what to expect, so they've already sort of made their alliances, and they sort of know how to play. Whereas this really shook them up, but it didn't shake them up in a way. Oh, just divide into 3 sets of 5 and go to small tribals. Like they still had agency, which was good.
And they didn't know why they were going into teams either, though. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was nice that they didn't know what the outcome was going to be before.
So
Yeah.
that challenge actually was really interesting because specifically the second part of it, when it was just the 3 teams of 2 who were vying for immunity, how Tiffany and Joe really caught up. I mean, they really caught. They were completely
Yeah.
lost.
That's what those
Yeah.
sort of challenges are good for. You know, the table maze.
Yep.
Those kind of ones can have big comebacks.
Yeah, they did well.
But yeah, Tiffany and Joe did win. So that good on them. I was very happy. I was genuinely worried about Tiffany because her name had already been thrown out a little bit back at camp. And I was like, oh no, I've just gotten to like her. Come on, stop it, guys.
We just started seeing her on camera more.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah,
the kiss
she
of
was
death.
pretty quiet the first 2. Yeah.
So that's when Cirie gets sent off to Exile Island. And I remember when she arrived, and I was like, "Oh, that's a lot of coconuts."
Considering there's no coconut trees on most of that sand. Yeah.
Just a couple.
But that was it before they even showed the wide shot. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that seems
Like
like a lot of
2000, didn't they
coconuts."
say?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
And that is a lot of coconuts.
Yes. I feel sorry for the person who had to place them out.
Yeah. Maybe they had a challenge for
Yeah.
one person to put them all out.
It was like a
Yeah,
South
that's
African
true.
season or something. Someone did that and then they brought the next crew in.
So Cirie had her own little challenge that was she had to find the coconut that had the phoenix on it, and if she didn't find it, she would have to spend the night on Exile Island, and she wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to go to Tribal Council, so she wouldn't vote.
Yeah.
I kind of like this too because in a lot of those journeys type things that they've done in the past, it's been, you know, either get an advantage, like get an extra vote or something, or lose your vote. And people are sort of a little bit over people losing their vote. Like it sort of takes away from the main interesting part of the game. But here, you know, she was already safe. She already was immune from tribal. It was just it was another important vote because 2 people were going and she wanted to be a part of it and influence it. So she still kept her vote. Instead, I don't know whether that was the most interesting part to her or the part where she didn't have to stay out alone on that island.
I I think
She
I'm
did-
staying
In the-
alone on
in
the
the
island,
cold.
honestly.
She definitely said,
said
this
it was
island's
scary."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she, oh god, that looked really hard, and she's like out in the sun, and she definitely has sat down
Oh,
and
yeah,
had
it
a little
looked
bit of a
hot.
cry as well.
How did you feel about
Yeah.
her, the way she was doing it? I sort of
She's
wasn't
dumb.
sure to begin
Just do it
with.
with your foot, Jesus.
With your
She was
foot-
also throwing them back onto ones she hadn't looked at yet.
No, she was going through them and then putting
in
the
the
ones she'd done
beginning,
behind her.
she kind of did, yeah. But afterwards, I think she was clearing space
Yeah.
in a more
I
systematic way.
enjoyed all the shots where we'd see in the foreground the Phoenix, and in the background, way in the background,
Like it was, yeah, like it sort of looked like it was close, but it wasn't necessarily all that close.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I did think it was
s-
kind of interesting that she started just sort of right near where the hourglass was. Because I think I mean, you never know, right? It could be near there, but I'd be thinking, well, they're not going to put it like right here. Like, I think I'd move along a bit and then sort of do it.
Yeah.
She had a process, and we neglected to mention that this was against an hourglass as well. She had to get it in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
But she had a process, and it worked. So
When
she
they
found
first
it.
explained it, I assumed it was going to be face down, that she had to actually move it. But then we sort of got that wide shot where you could see that it was visible.
I think
Yeah,
she
could have
assumed
just
that as
walked
well.
through them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sean sort
but-
of said straight away, oh, yeah, wouldn't you sort of step back and sort of look at it from all sides and see if you
It
can
was
spot
facing
it?
away
But-
from where she was standing.
Yeah, but also, yeah, I assumed it would be face down. I wouldn't have assumed that. And even doing that bit of walking around, that would have taken a while as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't small.
And so because she obviously didn't know exactly where on the coconut the Phoenix was, so she had to cover her bases and check underneath everything as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We had previously seen a shot, I forget whether it was last week or whether it was earlier, a shot of her crying, and people were like, oh, no, what's made Cirie cry? But I'm sort of glad it wasn't, someone throwing barbs or her losing someone she really needed or whatever. It was more just a personal, it's really hot in the sun and I don't want to
A
be
little
out
bit
here
of
alone
heat
at night.
stroke will do it.
Probably.
so while all of this was happening back at camp, the plotting had begun.
And Rizzo and Ozzy are sort of like, I don't know, what would Cirie do?
Yeah, they're like,
flailing,
"Where's
he's
Mum?
flailing.
Why can't Mum be here and tell us what to do?"
Yeah.
And Chrissy, meanwhile, is trying to sit Coach down.
Yeah.
No more haikus, please.
Yeah, no
Don't
more
get
haikus,
crazy.
No more
No
singing,
haikus, no talking to anybody, don't leave
Yeah.
the hammock. It's like, this is how I like Coach.
He couldn't
Although
help
he
himself.
sang, and he did try to do a haiku as well, so...
Yeah.
He was mostly pretty good about. I didn't think he would stay there. I thought at a certain point he's just going to get up. Like, there's no way he's staying there.
Yeah.
He definitely
But
lost
he
the
did.
center of attention.
And
I liked the cuts to him as well, of him just doing
And there's-
everything he was told not to as long as nobody was around.
yeah, whoa.
Yeah.
And there's one establishing shot where it's like just in the jungle or whatever, and then the camera starts tilting or whatever, like this, like he's just sort of gone crazy on the hammock. And then they sort of switch to a shot of him sort of, pretending to be Karate Kid or something out underneath
Oh
that
yeah,
rock.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think he
He's,
was doing Tai Chi.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I was just trying to be funny. Sorry.
Try harder, please, Michael, in future.
He wrote songs about himself.
Yep. Yeah, don't come for me, or you'll get got. Yeah.
And then he disappointed when it didn't rhyme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did pretty well up to that point, actually.
But did you listen to like the music underneath it?
I was totally listening to it.
We obviously don't have that On Fire podcast with Jeff this year, like I've mentioned before. But in previous ones, he's talked about how most of the time, they've just got so many seasons where they've had, the people who do the music have sort of built up, a massive library over time, and to a large degree, they're often using that, or they're mixing it in different ways, or taking inspiration from it. But he sort of said before, just every now and then a situation calls for them to do new stuff. And this 100% seemed like something where they had
Something
taken
new.
the singing he had done and created the music underneath it. And it was really good.
Didn't they do something like
The
that
music.
for Aussie Survivor as well this season? I feel
Yeah, they
like
might
there
have
was
done.
one. Yeah, I think there was one point where they did it. Anyway, so yeah, thankfully, Coach turned himself down as much as he could anyway. So he was far less annoying than normal.
Yes.
There was
But
a
he-
lot of sort of drawing of lines about who people were going to go for, and it was Emily who talked about or voiced it to the camera. I think, sort of saying, depending on which two we go, like if the wrong two go out here, we could be really boned in the minority, and we've got to make sure we get this
Yeah.
right. And also, Rizzo, once Cirie had come back and said, no, you're doing the wrong thing. Here's what I think the right
because
move
they were
is. And they're
originally
like,
saying
okay.
Aubrey and Rick, right?
Yeah, and what was his reason he thought? I forget why he thought.
Because he wants to be a middle player, but they're playing the middle.
Right, so
It
he
was
thought-
to get rid of the middle players as well because they might come up and not be in the
Oh.
middle anymore or something.
They might
whatever.
get legs.
Yeah.
That's what Coach was saying.
Yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Might get legs.
Whereas Cirie was kind of, you can get them anytime. We've got numbers to get them later. Make sure you take out two on the other side at once while we can.
And she said, when are we going to have the opportunity to take out both Coach and Chrissy? And I love that shot with Ozzy where he's like, oh man, I was about to make a huge mistake. So glad she's back.
I love how kind of honest he is about his mistakes.
Yeah. That was funny. Yeah.
But then people
but
were
Rizzo-
voting Rizzo
yeah.
and Emily as well.
Yeah. And Rizzo has kind of seen Joe's season, and he knows like how sort of pissy basically Joe gets when he doesn't get his way. He wholeheartedly believes in one thing, and for much of his season he kind of called the shots in his own way. But most things went his way, and when it didn't go his way, he kind of got annoyed. So I think Rizzo was like, no, I need him later. I don't want to offside him, so I want to tell him about it. But then by telling him about it, the cat was kind of out of the bag.
Because he just went straight to them and told them. And I was actually thinking to myself, surely it's obvious to everyone that he's like gone instantly on the defense for Coach and Chrissy, that he's with them. I mean,
Yeah.
he was so defensive about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably know that.
I mean, it was too late as well after they'd already told him.
He was
Is
pushing
that what you
so
mean?
hard not to. No, I mean
But
that
it's-
he was pushing
it's-
really, really, really hard for them not to go Coach and Chrissy.
But you mean so they shouldn't have told him in the first place, or you mean
Yeah,
just that
they
it
shouldn't have told him.
exposes? Oh, okay.
They should have just left him out of it. I mean, in the end, he's out anyway, and now he knows that they don't give a shit what he thinks, that they were just going to do it anyway.
You could kind of see after the vote, though, that, some of those pairs didn't vote the same way. And some of the people were like, hang on, you did what? Kind of like, there's too many votes here. And Joe was one of them that was like, oh, shit.
But Tiffany told him, I'm voting Coach.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk. We need to talk about Tribal Council when Rick plays the fake idol. Well, he goes to get the fake idol that he put there.
Yes.
Saying, I've had a clue. He's sort of making out like he hasn't seen it yet. Like he's just
And they
like,
showed a shot of Christian when he was doing it.
and he's like, like he's sort of smiling, like, oh, geez, I can't let on that I know about this, but I'm enjoying it, basically. Because I wasn't really trying to track the numbers of what everyone was saying, because it's just too many people, I sort of can't be bothered mentally doing it during the episode. There was a lot of talk after he showed that, even though they didn't seem quite convinced that he would that it was, well, they seemed fairly sure that it was real, but they weren't sure whether he would play it or not.
Yeah.
So my question is, do you think it changed people's votes in the end, or?
No.
I don't think it did.
'Cause there was a lot of talk afterwards, and did they only get one in the end?
Yeah,
thought
they did only get one.
had-
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they had more.
And
than
Rizzo and Emily only got one as well.
one. And then everything else was Coach. Or maybe that did change it then.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I
I
thought
think
there were a couple
maybe
for Rick and what's her face?
Aubrey.
Yeah, thank you.
I had to think as well. Don't worry.
of all the pairs, the Rick and Aubrey one was kind of the most sort of odd couple one, like where Rick was sort of trying to tell some gags. Like he was joking about Aubrey sort of being the crazy one who he has to sort of rein in because she's off her leash or whatever, and she sort of just didn't really give him anything. Like Rick's not my favourite player or anything, but I do like that he's just thought I'm having fun and just being stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a fun player, and I love that Rick has built up such a reputation for himself that he's basically the idol hunter. Rick Devens, idol
in
hunter.
his yeah, that's right. Because Rizzo was sort of geeking out about. Was it Rizzo? I think.
Yeah,
sort of
he's
geeking
like,
out about
"Sis."
it.
Oh man, that was a brilliant move.
In Rick's season, he was like in the minority with about 8 or 9 or something to go, and they kept wanting to get him out, but he kept finding idols, and they were just having a lot of trouble getting him out. That's where that comes from.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
And we get another big Rizzo fan moment right at the end as well, when eventually Coach and Chrissy go, and Rizzo sort of calls out as he's leaving, "I love you, Coach. You changed my life."
Yeah, I heard that. Oh, I wanted to address when Chrissy left. She was pissed. She didn't acknowledge anyone. She was really not happy.
At the end of the episode, wasn't it her that they cut to and she said, "I'm gonna slit everybody's throats"? Or was that somebody else? It was
No,
nighttime,
that
so I
was
don't know who it
Stephanie.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because usually everyone's like, "Oh, good luck, everyone, a good game," but Chrissy,
Yeah.
no.
Usually.
She's like, "Nope, fuck you guys, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
She didn't actually say that, but she might as well have.
I wonder how their pair up happened. Whether Coach kind of suggested it, or whether she did, or because
Well,
she.
didn't someone say they were the mum and dad of the other alliance type
Yeah,
of thing?
it was Cirie. Yeah,
Yeah.
she said, "If you take out mum and dad, the kids won't know what to do."
Yeah.
I actually quite like Chrissy. I sort of like that she's, I think even in her season, like she wasn't one of the younger ones, but I don't know, she just was trying to do things. She's pretty smart, decent in challenges without being crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't see heaps of her in the beginning here. I remember a few episodes in when they said Chrissy, and you're like, who?
Yeah.
But yeah, I
No,
like her. I would have been
early
happy
on.
if she'd gone further.
Wasn't there that moment early on with Chrissy where Coach told her you need to tone it
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
and she
There
got a bit
was.
upset, even though he was like
But
trying
not
to give her
at
advice.
Coach, just that she wasn't upset at Coach, it was just upset that she was like putting
Yes.
people offside, it felt like.
Yeah,
Yeah, what was that about? Was it that she was telling people what to do,
yeah,
like in a mum
she
kind
was
of way?
mothering everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, or just trying to organise things a bit. Or yeah, and we didn't see more of that later. Maybe he
No.
took it on board.
Yeah.
that's big of her.
But yeah, I like Chrissy, so yeah, bit sorry that she's gone. But yeah, I mean,
She just got paired up with the wrong person.
And it's unfortunately because they were together, they were a prime target. Surely they knew. Well, clearly they didn't know. Otherwise, they would have worked out.
well, I mean, he did know because he tried to play his shot in the dark.
Has
that-
that ever worked? Has a shot in the dark ever gone off? Because we've seen 3 now, right?
Well,
This
it's a 1 in
season?
6.
Yeah. We've
Okay.
seen 3.
I can remember 2.
All right.
There might have been another one.
Because
yeah.
I have to confess because Jeff does that pause, and I'm like, "You bastard, Jeff! Just read it out."
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But it was kind of worth it when it's like, well, you're sort of getting a 2 for 1 if it works.
Yeah. It was a good time to use it.
Especially when she was an ally of him as well, and it could be pivotal. I'm kind of glad that they went though, not just because Coach gets a bit much, but Also, just because it looked like they were maybe sort of having their numbers a little bit. I don't know. I feel like the game's going to be more interesting if all those
Well, they had 5
players
people.
preaching. Yeah, I guess they didn't
still
actually
had
have the
Joe,
numbers.
Stephanie, and that guy. What's his name?
Yeah, there was more that weren't with them than were. But I don't know. All that sort of preachy, just stick loyalty stuff. It just makes for a not as interesting game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
But
now
I'm still glad to have had Coach. Like he's good, sort of flavor, entertainment. But yeah, he doesn't have to be there the whole season. Like we got a good
No.
dollop of Coach, especially in the last episode.
Yeah, gosh.
And
Yes.
then all right,
I've had enough Coach.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, but now the 3 remaining people. What's his name? What's that other the guy's name? You got Joe,
Johnson.
Stephanie, Jonathan.
Johnson?
Thank you.
Jonathan. Yeah,
Johnson was from Australia. My apologies.
Yep. So now they're going to be scrambling to.
he's a bit exposed now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he sort of made he chose the side basically and got Tiffany offside when he didn't go with the younger, newer seasons.
I can't wait to see Tiffany celebrating the Coach is gone.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to celebrate if you vote someone off you that was like delicious justice?
Yeah, I mean, it may not be wise now that they're on the jury, but for sure you can.
Do the people on the jury see the footage from the show?
I don't think so.
Okay, so they only see.
In fact,
the jury's like.
definitely not, because they edit it all way late. Right?
Oh, yeah.
They shoot it 6 months earlier, and I'm sure
I was thinking, like, do they see the dailies or something like that? That's what. But, yeah,
I'm pretty sure no. Yeah, I think they just see what's they don't even see the performances in the challenges or anything. They just hear about what happened.
Okay.
From the people who were talking at camp. I enjoyed Dee's reaction as well when she sort of realised what was happening with the pairs. Like she did kind of her Simon impression.
I miss Simon's. But Simon's is just open mouth shock at everything. Yeah, that's right, Michael. Oh my God! I just thought Simon has Simon joined the chat.
And you haven't even seen the best bit with Simon, that sort of make your face better moment, or maybe I shared it with you. Anyway, one day.
But I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying having players that you know from other seasons or other shows? Like the fact that you can sort of, you've got some history with Rizzo or with Cirie or...
That's pretty much it.
Katie's got someone else. Who was it? Who else was on Trader? Stephanie. Well, you didn't remember her so much.
But I don't remember Stephanie. I only remember, which probably tells you a lot about Stephanie, and that maybe she didn't last.
Oh, well, you had Savannah before as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
that's
Savannah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite enjoying the Aussie Rizzo Cirie alliance.
Oh yeah, a lot.
I'm rooting for that
Yeah.
alliance big time. And I'm very happy that they've stuck solid with each other. Not sort because quite often, at least in the Australian
after
show,
they cut D, yeah,
someone they create an alliance and then someone to sort of secretly floats over to some other alliance. It's just like, ugh. It's not. I don't care about the I've forgotten the word. I don't care about them being like faithful to each other. What's the word?
yeah,
Loyal?
yeah, loyal.
Loyal, thank you. Yeah, loyal to each other. I don't care about that aspect of it. I just like that triad a lot. The three personalities are really good.
Yeah,
and
I'm enjoying
I've
them.
I've definitely had a newfound respect for Rizzo, even after seeing him in the last season. I honestly didn't think much of him in the last season. Yes, he played a good game, but I didn't think much of him as a player. He was entertaining sometimes. But I think this season he's really shown that he gets it. He's actually doing really well.
There was a particular line he said in this episode that made me think, oh yeah, you've glued onto that. It was just sort of, what was it? Like he'd noticed something. Yeah, like he clocked it. I can't remember what it was.
He's
he's
cleverer than he seems.
Pretty perceptive.
Yeah.
For someone who, I mean, he's still quite young himself.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. Much
I enjoyed it.
better than that Blood Moon stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
There'll be
Yes.
more stuff coming. We saw Jeff in a preview, sort of doing a challenge, kind of alongside.
Oh
Or
yeah.
Katie might not have watched it.
What was that?
I
Doing
don't know.
that rolling thing.
Yeah.
And all of and I remember there was that shot of all of the Survivor contestants doing a Simon. I think we should just call it a Simon.
Yeah. No one else in the history of the world has ever been shocked.
No.
So
No,
it must be
not
a
like Simon. So yeah,
All right.
I enjoyed this episode. Definitely enjoying US a bit more now that people are really getting down to the nitty gritty and not just like being nice to everybody.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I hadn't
To
thought
be
of it that
confirmed
way at
from
all.
me.
Okay, so actually, I should probably explain that a bit more. So it's not that I want people to be nasty to each other because I definitely don't like that.
Yeah.
But they don't have to be. I was trying to explain it to Katie, where they're always like, oh, I'm just so grateful, of whatever, and it's just like, oh my god, please, I hate that. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves.
People being grateful.
I
Yeah,
want more blindsides.
Okay.
such an American thing.
There's not been enough blindsiding.
Really? There's been a few.
Not
The prob-
really.
the problem with the
Everybody has known
blindsides-
what's coming.
Most of the blindsides that have happened, they didn't see them coming, and that was one of the problems in the Australian season as well. A lot of the blindsides that happened, the person that it was against had no clue that it was coming. I find it more interesting if they know it's coming, and they like
But then
scrambling to try to make it
Well,
stop.
actually,
But
some
that's
people would
not a
argue it's not a
blindside.
blind side if they see it coming.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, good point.
You've upset Gus with that statement.
I'm so sorry, Gus. So I even got up. Wow, I woke you up with my
He's
idiocy.
like, should I leave now since Ben doesn't know what a blindside is?
How do you feel about all the people, going back to the Aussie one, who, some people say ride and die instead of ride or die, like completely negating the whole purpose of the phrase?
Yep.
Uh,
I love when somebody says, what do you call those sayings? There's a word for them. I forget what they are.
a saying.
No, but
Do you mean like a
anyway,
metaphor or the
parable
other one that
or
starts
something
with
like
S?
that. Yes, a saying. That's right, Michael. That's the word.
Not that one.
Thanks for thinking of that one. I'm
No one
kidding,
else could
Katie.
come up with that one.
I'm kidding, Katie.
Michael mansplained it to you and you got it. It's all fine. Look how upset
it's the
Gus
other
is
one.
I agreed with you when I just didn't say it. Sorry, but I love it. Sorry, I hate it when people say them and get a word wrong like that. That's. Just
Oh,
like,
I love
my
it. It
God.
makes them so dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like you are so stupid.
Simile.
I
Simile.
love it though.
Yeah. Yes.
Not saying.
No, not really a simile, because simile is two words that sort of. It's a comparison between
Instead
two
as a
words.
door now.
Yes.
As a
Yeah.
simile.
Yeah. True.
Welcome
what
to the English class. With all of us who
How did you
are
feel
struggling.
about Joe sort of, saying, who was it that he quoted? He quoted someone he'd spent too much time around
Muhammad
Coach.
Ali.
That's
Oh,
right.
Oh God.
He'd heard
Yeah.
Coach saying so much that he's like, all right, I'm going to start dropping
They
quotes
both
as well.
waffled on, and then they played the kind of like the music over him a little bit on our end.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
flashed
well,
everybody's faces, which were like.
I know
oh
that
my
was
God.
while they were showing Rick's face while he was
Yeah,
preparing
Rick-
to do his.
Rick
thing.
was thinking
Oh,
about.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But also, I think because Rick and Joe had that sort of face-off, like you were saying, right? And it was Joe talking while Rick was going, oh man, I might need to play this idol.
were you watching Joe's
Idol.
face as the?
Katie. Idol.
Yeah. It's
Were
definitely
you
an
watching
idol.
Joe's face while the votes were getting read out?
No.
He not happy.
Oh, they kept cutting to him. That's right. He was like a bit surprised.
Yeah, he's not happy.
He had to know it was coming. It's not even about.
Hopefully he's
against him.
next.
Oh, I started liking Joe this episode.
He's too. He tries to be too upstanding, too loyal.
Yeah.
Loyalty can be boring.
I mean, be loyal, but like also understand that you don't want Coach to be there because we don't want to watch him anymore. Come on.
Oh, And look, I'm probably in the minority here. I find Joe a bit boring.
He is. I forget he's there. Every time.
It's like, oh, you're there.
Every
Okay.
freaking time.
He's like this
They're
hulking big guy.
They'll say his name, and
How
I'm
can you
like,
forget
who
him?
the fuck is Joe? And I'm like, oh yeah, Joe, the firehouse guy.
That's right. He's not allowed to. Oh,
And
I
I
liked a
only
bit of
remember him from last week.
when
when-
everyone laughed at his.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and kept
Says, I promise I won't
reusing
make any comparisons.
I liked a bit with Coach this time where he said, "Now, can I just give a quote here and just not have everyone laugh for a minute?" He was sort of like, "No, look, I'm
Yeah.
serious about this quote."
it. Yeah.
Like he knows people are just having fun at him half the time. He's like, "No, I've got a good one. Can I just make this one?" And that's the one that they ended up using, getting him to do the talk over at the start of the season. Do you remember?
No.
At the very opening of the season, I remember it because it was in the promo as well.
Oh, okay.
Like as they're showing shots of all the players sort of boarding the planes and stuff, he's giving that Magellan
I do remember
quote.
him doing something, but I was like, oh, some person I don't know talking.
Coach being coach. You didn't know. No, it's good.
Bless.
And look, if that was 8, so I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the
5
same number of
left.
episodes, but that means 5 left. If that's what they isn't there still like a dozen people there or something? I haven't got the thing open. There's a lot to go.
people. Well, yeah, because Christian said it was like voting for the top 6 because they were pairs.
Mm.
Not voting, but eliminating someone. From
Ah,
the top
right.
6. So, yeah,
So
would
there
have
was
been
13.
13.
So they're down to
there must be
11.
12. Oh yeah, 11. Maths. 2 people left.
Yeah. They're going to go far.
Gus.
He's staring that
Sorry.
way.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all I've got. Oh, fine, Gus. Be
that's
like
the
that.
bladder.
I have to pee so bad it's not funny. You're
Okay, well,
welcome, man.
let's end this then. I don't have anything else. Did you have anything else, Michael?
No, that's all. See you next week, seeing as there's no survivor in between.
Yeah, this is weird.
Wow.
You'll be
That's
able to
crazy.
do other things.
Yeah, wow, what's this
Oh my god, imagine.
All right,
What is
until
this?
next time. Bye.
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 I almost forgot.